Hello people, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. This is Subhankhi. First of all, let me just address the elephant in the room. I hope you won't mind me dressing up like my class 4 environmental project, Save Earth, Save Planet. I think I'm so green today that if I go out like this, some bird will just sit on my shoulder thinking that this is the trunk of a tree. I feel like I have the ability to prank any bird. Yeah. It's needless to say I'm channeling my inner Maddie. To be honest, I love it. I got this one. If you guys live in Calcutta, you're gonna understand. I got it from Garyahat. It's a very local market and it's like 30 rupees a sheet of these rhinestones and I love it. This brow is freaking giving me life. Anyway, let's talk about today's video. I just forgot. After a really long time, I think this is the right time. I have been using a lot of eyeshadow palettes. So it is going to be a video where I talk about my top 5 eyeshadow palettes that I'm like currently obsessing over. I think this is going to be the first time in my channel that I'm gonna say that. Today in this video, I don't have any budget. I love these eyeshadow palettes and that's why I'm just going to talk about this. I have a lot of budget videos, including one eyeshadow video. So I'm gonna link in the description box or in cards. Check both of them. I have freaking a list of eyeshadow palettes that I talked about if you are considering budget. But this time in this video, I'm going to have all sorts of eyeshadow palettes, very affordable to very high end, because the common factor is I'm in love with them currently, which is going to be the main motto of this video. I have reviewed a lot of eyeshadow palettes from the affordable range and I have said good quality, good pigment, blah blah blah, and everything holds true, by the way. But these are the ones, these are freaking 5 ones that touched my soul. When I apply it, I feel freaking beautiful. But this doesn't mean that all the other eyeshadow palettes that I have said are good are not good, if that makes sense. So with that being said, let's get started with today's video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and let's go. So the first palette is the palette that I love because of the variety of colors. It's a big palette and I just love because whenever I am like, name this color, I have it in this palette. Name this color, I have it in this palette. So all the colors that I use, like most of the colors are like in this palette. And also the quality is really buttery. So I really love it because of that. When I got it, I didn't think that I'm gonna make use of this freaking palette so much because, well, I always think that browns are my colors and I'm gonna make use of a nude palette the most. But I don't know what happens to me whenever I am doing something. I'm making, you guys can see, freaking I have colors on my face. So I bought this one just to make my shipping free, but got hooked onto it, if that makes sense. Anyway, so the palette that I'm talking about is ta-da! So this is Beauty Bay's Bright Matte palette. I know that this is not like easily available for you guys, but if you get it, if you get any chance to buy this palette, I would say don't you dare give any second thought to it, because this is up. I love it. I love it. Let me show you guys the colors. Are you ready for it? Ta-da! Oh my god, this is such a pretty palette. I have also reviewed this palette. If you want any like how it applies, how pigmented this is, one swatch, first impression, all sorts of things, you're gonna find it. So let me tell you guys, I also use this palette when I'm doing only brown. I'm sticking to browns. I'm still using this palette. That's because first of all, I love the quality. The particles are so fine and buttery and pigmented at the same time. Second of all, there are so many shades of each color. So we have 3 browns and 3 blacks, light gray, dark gray, and then black, and similarly browns and then white. So the first row I freaking use to make any sorts of nude shadows, any sort. Also, I use this burnt rose tone a lot. I love this color. Freaking orange, peach. I have everything in this palette, as well as I have mint. Oh my god, there's so many things in this palette. Can you see the shade changes? Freaking 4 red. How many purples, how many blues, how many greens. That is why when I said that name a color, you're gonna find it in this palette. That's true. If you like are on a budget, but you want good palette and you want everything in one palette because you are on a budget. Also, you don't want to carry lots of palettes. If all this is what you want, buy this palette. You can really buy this. Trust me on this, you are never gonna regret. So the next palette is a tiny palette, but her spirit is very big. This is a really new palette. I think the review video went up like it's not even more than 2 weeks. So it's currently very new and I got obsessed, got hooked onto this palette because of the pigment it offers and also because of how freaking affordable and available this palette is in India. Like Beauty Bay will take you at least 1 month for you to get it, but this one you're gonna get it in 2 days, 3 days. So I love it. When I got this palette, reviewed it, I freaking loved it, but I said that this is not a must have, you can skip on this, but who got hooked onto it because of the pigment. But I would still say that the color story is not that impressive. You are going to find a lot of same colors in different palettes, but the quality got me hooked. I'm talking about this palette. Ta-da! Also, should I just address that how pretty this palette looks? Oh my god, I freaking love this palette. This one for my inner corner highlight, I do it, girl. I do it. And also this is so lightweight. This is very easy to handle and god knows my freaking messy fingers, I break everything. This is really, really on the go, on the way, carry in your purse sort of palette. I love it for that. I even used it to create a bridal look. So this is really very, very handy. The third palette, let me give you guys a backstory. This is the palette. I think I decided to buy it. I took a risk because this is also not kind of easily available in India, and I took a risk to buy this palette, and let me tell you, that decision I think is the best decision of my life, because every time, it's been like how many 4 months 5 months of me having this palette in my life, and every time when I open it, apply it, I get amazed every freaking time. It's like first love every freaking time, because it's so good quality, so pigmented. I have this on my eyes today, this green color, this palette bitch. So let me introduce you guys. Also, the idea of this video came from this palette, because I was getting so obsessed. In the back of my head, I was like, gosh, I need to tell you guys about this palette, but how do I do it? And boom, this video. Yeah, so let me tell you guys, I have talked way too much. So the palette is, ta-da! So this is Beauty Bay's. Yeah, Beauty Bay again. You know, Beauty Bay gained so much of respect in my eyes after I have used these two palettes. Oh my god, I used to think that JSC, which is Jeffree Star Cosmetics, Morphe's, they are the like OG. No, not Morphe that much, but Jeffree Star. I was counting my days to get a JSC palette on my hand, but I now have both Jeffree Star as well as Beauty Bay, and I freaking understand that Beauty Bay, at least these two palettes, so good. Not saying JSC is bad quality, but Beauty Bay touched my soul. It's gotten spiritual now. So yeah, I'm planning to buy more, because Beauty Bay has launched a bunch of palettes, and I'm gagged over that. This is the palette. These are all the colors. Oh my god, I just love it. I have applied today mainly this one, but I kind of applied this as the base color. Like here, you can't see it because I have topped it up with this color mainly over here. And this one is the orange that I used like on my lids. Now you can't probably see it because I have applied another brown shade on top of this. Can you see how vibrant these colors are? Like, will I swatch it? I'm gonna do it very little. Look at the pigmentation. I did it very slightly because I don't want to waste. Okay, these are the palettes of my dreams. Yeah, don't laugh. Okay, I can see you guys laughing and cracking jokes and making fun of my sentiment. Don't do that. I love this palette, mainly this palette. Anyway, let me just apply this again because I don't want to waste it. Fun fact is that this is the color I haven't still applied. So I think I'm planning to make my next look sort of yellow. The fourth product, I love how small and vibrant it is. So let me tell you guys, if you like a good smoky eye moment, like I'm not talking about current trend, red smoky eyes, green smoky eyes, not talking about that. I'm talking about the OG black, brown smoky eyes. So if you are a fan of that, include me in that too. So if you are a fan of that, this is the palette, which is, you're gonna love this palette to be honest. But the one downfall is that this is a Morphe palette. I'm so sorry. There are a lot of palettes where you don't like all the shades, but these are the palettes where you love all the shades. So these are my OG palettes. When I am going for a look, I don't think, it's like an autopilot in the back of my head that I just pull my drawer and take out my Beauty Bay palette, take out my Bright Matte palette, take out my pastel palette, take out my Morphe palette. So this is so tiny, and this is, oh, I got my new nails. I mean, not nails, new nail pens. I did it last night only at 12 a.m. So I think, yeah, I was dying to make this sound for entire today morning, and I was not finding the right product where this sound will happen. And this is it. This is the one again. I hope you're not like irritated by the sound. Anyway, so here we go. Ta-da-da-da-da. I love it. You know, you guys gonna find this color anywhere, but this is the color you are not going to find, because let me swatch this color, guys. Wow, let me show you. Can you see that color? Can you see it, girl? Oh my god, how am I not going to like this palette? How am I going to walk away if I see this palette? How am I going to not fall in love with this shade? This is so pretty. This shade is so pretty. And by the way, I have seen shimmery, foily shadows to be dusty, chalky, falling out. But this one, girl, this is like this freaking looks like a liquid shadow applied. Can you see that? It's so buttery. Oh my god, like it's freaking so buttery. And I mean, so pretty. Can you see that? This looks like a freaking liquid eyeshadow. Oh my god, love it. The last palette, people. So the last palette is the palette for all of you guys. I know, I freaking can see who are freaking making fake scenarios in your head and acting like Maddie in your own Euphoria show. I know you guys. And for them, I have this palette. So I think you guys understand that this is the palette which is all about bling bling bling, and it has bunch of shimmers, bunch of glitters, chunky glitters. Oh my god, I haven't seen such a pretty formula. Glitters applying like a butter. How do you do that, girl? So the palette that I'm talking about is this one. Oh my god, this is a freaking rainbow on my hand. This is the thankie glsen palette by Morphe. Now this is a Pride palette. I think they have launched this 2 years back. Yeah, the palette is called only thankie glsen up, and Are you ready for the shadows? Let me tell you guys, this is my go-to palette if I'm doing any crazy sort of eye looks. Like freaking all my Euphoria looks cannot be possible without this palette. All of them. Freaking all of them. I love this palette. So if you want swatch of this palette, I do have. So I'm not going to do it now. Ta-da! Oh my freaking god. It looks so pretty. This is such a pretty palette. Oh my god. I love this palette. Especially this shadow. I'm going to freaking swatch for you guys to see this auspicious beauty. Can you see that my window light is reflecting from this? Oh my god. So this is a brilliant party black chunky glitter. I mean, this is like not a chunky glitter, but this is a glitter. It has like a lot of colors in it, but the base color is black. Are you ready? Whoa! Oh my god. Can you see how pretty and how easily it applied? Like, oh my god. Wow. Girl, I am in love again. Thank god I save it for the last. The best for the last. No. Not the best. I love all of them. All of them are the best. This is me in a palette. I love it. Let me just give you guys another glimpse of this palette. So this row is all the glittery stuffs and these are the foil shadows. And my favorite is this one, this freaking unicorn color. This one, these are all the colors that I love. These four mainly because I don't know, I'm not a pink girl. Yellow, popping. This is the one that I applied in my Euphoria look, the first Euphoria look. And yeah, that will be it. That is all the palettes. So yeah, we have finally come to the end of this video. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Subscribe people. And I'll meet you guys in my next video, which is going to come very soon. Yeah, I'm gonna go now. I'll meet you guys in my next video. Until then, be happy and bye.
Ooh, I'm gonna pull up study to the side. She keep coming at me every day and night. Yeah, yeah, ooh. When I left, I told him I would get it right. Yeah, yeah, break bread and break hearts. Don't get me started now. Break laws, got lockjaw, little shawty